Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL Week 2 preview between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. So let's look at Detroit in this ball game. What they have to do offensively, I want to see more usage out of the tight end position. Tony Scheffler, Brandon Pettigrew should be a big factor this week. One, it stretches out that 3-4 defense, and two, they are valuable targets to go down the football field. This spread is a lot different than the spread that Green Bay runs. Green Bay doesn't have two tight ends with the caliber of Scheffler and Pettigrew that can line up outside and consistently catch the football. So they have to be involved in the ball game from the very start. And running toward Aldon Smith, you want to make his biggest strength, his greatest weakness, run right at him, force him to be a run defender as opposed to a pass rusher, and that can help you out when you're running play action pass and giving Stafford time back there in the pocket. Also, Calvin Johnson on the interior. Treat him like the inside tight end. You could flank Scheffler out, you could flank Pettigrew out, and keep Johnson on the interior. I think he could do some damage on the middle of the defense for the 49ers. And defensively, common sense, but stopping the run is paramount versus San Francisco. You want to make this game Alex Smith versus Matt Stafford, and it all starts with stopping the run. If you can stop the run, you stop what the 49ers want to come and do to a defense, and also more cover 3 and less of a 2 safety look. Give yourself a chance versus the running game and go with more of a single high safety, so that way until Alex Smith forces you out that defense, you can take chances and gamble versus the run. The X factor in this ball game, I would say ball control. You got to maintain possession. You got to hold the football. You got to own it, especially when you're out there on the road. Now, when you look at the 49ers in this ball game, you look at what they can do, run the football. But I love what they do with their offensive line. They get you going horizontal, and that can wear down a defense. It's not the fact that they're excellent in running the football, which they are, but it's the fact that they wear down a defense by having those big guys going laterally and not just playing downhill. That wears on you. Traps, counters, those belly plays, those type of plays where you fold block and things of that nature, you can have some success versus the Lions. And you want to dictate the pace of the game. And the 49ers do a great job of that. They force you to play their style. We're going to run the football on you. I don't care if you have 15 guys in the box. We're going to run it. We're going to figure out how to block it, and we're going to run it. And we're going to slow the pace down. They did that against Green Bay. They could do the same against Detroit. And also, you want to show the depth of the backfield. Kendall Hunter is a guy that needs to get the football a little bit more. He has that breakaway threat that you want out of a tailback. Now, you also look at the defensive side of the football. You want to throw off the timing of an offense with press. So you got to press those wide receivers of the Detroit Lions at the line of scrimmage. Throw off the timing, gives you an extra second to get to Stafford, and get creative versus the pass. You may want to go with an inverted coverage versus Calvin Johnson. Put a safety on him right at the line of scrimmage to beat him up, and then have a corner finish the job off back there in covers. Just get creative to give yourself a chance versus Calvin Johnson. Again, throwing off the timing of the passing game. And you want to play the run on the way to the quarterback until Detroit proves that they will run the football consistently. They do run the football better than Green Bay, but you have to make sure you just play the run on the way to the quarterback. And the X factor has to be the secondary. They will get tested this week. They will all earn their paychecks versus the Detroit Lions passing game. Now let's look at the positional breakdowns in this matchup. I think the 49ers, Alex Smith is improving, but I say the edge has to go to Stafford at quarterback. 49ers easily have the running back. I'm actually 6th on the depth chart for the 49ers. Have a stable of backs back there. The receiving core, both wide receiver and tight end, I think are equal for both teams. Offensive line goes to the 49ers. I think they're equal on a defensive front. Very nasty up front for both teams. Linebackers and secondary goes to the 49ers, and special team also goes to the 49ers. So when you look at this game, the 49ers do a great job, like I said before, dictating tempo and pace. I think they do the same. They neutralize the passing attack of Detroit by blowing up the interior of the offensive line, and that's what you have to do to stop the spread attack. So I think they will do that this week and win another game against the Detroit Lions at home.